men who have found themselves. I don't know how you let them find you when they ain't find themselves. You know what I mean? So when I say grown men, that's who I'm talking about. What do you call a 42-year-old? You call them still, like, well, I don't know what they are. I'm telling you, people, that's the number one rule. Don't assume that I'm talking about the age. 42 is just an age. Some people never grew up. Some people ain't driven. Some people ain't motivated at age 40. Some people still ain't got it together at age 40. Some people still are immature at age 40. Some people still ain't found themselves at age 40 or 50. I'm not talking about those. And I don't know how you all find those. I don't even find those. And I'm a man. And those men don't even come up to me. 40-year-old kid, exactly. That's exactly what they are. At 40, so I'm not talking about those men. I don't know anything about those men because that's what I used to be in my 20s and early 30s. So I can't tell you about what those men look for. I have no idea. So when I speak on grown men stuff. I'm talking about men of a certain caliber. I'm talking about men of a certain mindset, men of a certain behaviors and action. I ain't talking about those little dudes that you all be messing with just because they're 50, you all think that they're grown, just because they have a job. People have a job because they gotta pay bills. You know what I mean? Some people still playing games. The second thing that I want to speak about, so my number one thing is age means nothing when it comes to a relationship. Age meaning 40, 50, 60 doesn't mean that somebody is grown. You know, sometimes you find a 20-year-old man or woman, 25-year-old man or woman who's very mature, who actually been through things in life that she or he might be a little awakened. Somebody might be a little mature for their time. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, hey, Africa Beauty, how are you? So I'm saying it's not about age. So I'm not talking about those things. I'm not talking about those ridiculous men. Number two, you have to realize that people have their own motives. People have their own motives. So I made a video today, and my video was on the things that you have to do to keep a man's interest. You know, like I'm talking about growing men interest. And one of my things that I forget what I said. I said, number one, you gotta be a little mysterious, right? Be a little mysterious. Number two, don't speak on your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, everything about your ex in the beginning. Don't, keep that to yourself. Number three, don't go too deep in your life. Don't make them become a part of your life too early. Number four, keep your legs closed for just a little bit amount of time. You know what I mean? I don't know why that should be like the nature thing. That should be like the adult things to do. I thought, anyways, you know what I mean? Hell, even me as a man who do that. Even me as a man do that. I don't give myself out to people because I'm dating you or come on now. And people still commenting, oh, that's too much work. That's too much work? This is why your stuff don't work. This is why your stuff is messed up. People, oh, that's just playing games. Let me tell you something. Number three, everything is a game. Everything is a game. The way how you get promotions at work, the way how you raise your kids, some things work, some things don't work. It's all about techniques. The way how you live your life. Life is a complete game. Don't get me wrong. In the end, we all die. But life is a complete game. If you want a promotion at work, you got to play the cards properly. If you want something or this thing in life, you got to play the card. Everything's a game. It's a game. People think that they don't have to have techniques to keep somebody interested. Yes, you do. Come on now. No, let's be smart. Seriously, let's be smart. Nobody wants a boring person. You know what I mean? Hey, Melina, nobody wants someone who have no clue. This is why these terms, like these things that come out, every time we say, I'm a good woman or I'm a good man that deserves something. Listen, I don't care if you're good or bad. If a good person does the wrong thing or wrong technique, it don't work. Sky Blue, what's good? Come, girl, come. I'm serious. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Like, for instance, if a good woman does the wrong techniques or does not do the right thing, she still don't get what she desires. She still don't get what she desires. It don't work. But if one of those bad women that you all call bad or bad man that you all call bad, like if one of those what you all call these players and hoes and all these stuff do and play the right cards, they get exactly what they want because it's not about the person because nobody is bad or good. It's all about things that you do. It's all about playing the game. Everything in life is a game. That's how, if you gotta do certain things for your health and your body and stuff, then you live longer. You see what I'm saying? You gotta do certain things to your food and eat this, eat that, don't eat this. That's a game. You know what I mean? You gotta do something at work. You gotta do this. You gotta talk to the boss this way. You gotta do this, and you gotta walk this way, and you gotta dress this way. That's a game. Everything that we do in life is a game. So people think in relationship these are games. It's not games. These are techniques. But these techniques don't work for everyone because everyone is different according to their motives. Every man, listen. Someone said you could hold off for a year or 2 years and they still have sex with you and leave you. Which brings me to my number 4. If a man is listen, if a man is messing with you for that long and you still keep them around, right? What's up, Stevie? How you doing, man? How you doing? Hey, thanks for joining me. You want to come, Sheila? Come on, let's go. But yeah, if a man is still with you after you doing and keeping him from not having sex and all this stuff, and he slept with you after a year, finally, Queen Leo, how you doing, darling? After a year, you give him some and he still leaves. That man wasn't there for the right reasons. But which brings me to the next point. Number 4 point is no matter what formula you use. Hey, Roxy. Hey, God chosen girl. How are you? I'm doing good. No matter what formula you use, energy still comes into play. Energy, because my eyes are closed. Hey, precious Leo. How are you? Sorry for skipping your your comment. No matter what formula you use, energy still doesn't lie. Energy still doesn't lie. And I'm sorry if I don't see your comments. I'm kind of in my head right now because when I look at comments, it's going to throw me off. But energy still doesn't lie. Energy cannot lie. Many of us don't have an idea how to read energy. Many of us carrying around our garbage or our insecurities and all our stuff inside of us that we don't know how to read other people's energy because all we're feeling is ours. All we're feeling is our hate. All we're feeling is our insecurities. All we're feeling is our own ego. All we're feeling is our anger. All we're feeling is all this stuff that's inside of us. All we're feeling is our unforgiveness. All we're feeling is our bitterness. That's all we're feeling. So we don't know how to feed people's energy. So I'm saying, no matter what formula I give out, it still doesn't work with everyone because that's just a baseline. It's just a baseline. All I give is good baseline for growing people. But you still got to learn that energy and discerning spirits, which is energy, is still your part. You still got to discern people's energy because some men or some women will stick around. Electric music. What's good? Some men, let me tell you what I have done in the past. And don't judge me because of what I've done, okay? Don't judge me. Because I'm telling you, I'm being real. I'm being transparent right now. I'll be transparent for a minute. I don't like talking about my own self because I think my life is pretty boring. Not saying that I don't love it. I love it. I love my life. But I'm saying, I think now my life is pretty boring, so I don't like talking about myself. Me in my current stage. But let me tell you this. For me, let me tell you what I've done in the past. I'm going to be honest with you all. I have met women that have been very stress-free, that I liked. I met women that I've liked, and they was trying to play the hold-out game. They hold out. Let me not give him sex. Let me let him wait. And I said, okay, I'll wait. I will wait. I have no problem. Listen, you think I'm mad for waiting? I am not mad at all for waiting. I'll wait as long as you want me to wait. However, me back in those days, while I was waiting, I had people who was giving me what I wanted. So waiting wasn't the key. I mean, waiting wasn't a big deal. What I'm telling you all is that you can't go by just these basic lines. You got to go by energy. You got to know how to read people's energy because everybody come to you with a specific motive. Some want to conquer you. Some want to make love to you. Some want to be with you. Some want to do this. Some want to marry you. People come for different reasons. Here's the thing. Number 5. Here's the thing. When you're dating someone, see, I ain't even talking long. I'm going on this list, and I ain't even reading. Number 5. When you're dating someone, here's where we go wrong. Here's where we go wrong. We already think that's who I want to be with. Once you have this in your mind, this is who I want to be with, you already claiming that person. Now you start to ignore certain signs because you already have it in your mind. This is who I want to be with. I've been dating him for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I want to be with him. So now you start to ignore certain things. What's up, Jeremy? How are you doing, brother? You start to ignore certain behaviors. You start to ignore certain red flags. You start to ignore certain things so that your wish could actually come into a physical reality. Let me tell you this. You don't become nobody's woman or nobody's man until you have observed and observed and observed. And it takes about 6 months to observe someone. Get to know people when they're angry. Look at them when they're angry. Look at them when they're excited. Look at them when they're alone. Look at them. Listen to the way they speak. Listen to the way how they speak about their family. Listen to how deep they go. Let me tell you this. I don't care how long a man waits. I don't care how long a man waits. If he's not going deep with you, deep conversation with his goals, his dream, his desires, and all these stuff, he's waiting. We have people on the side. Because a man who really wants you is to wait. I go to rush hour at the supermarket when days I don't wait. I want to. Hey, what if Murphy's Law, right? I'm telling you, man. Listen, if a man don't converse with you on deep levels, you're wasting your time. You just wasting your time. So no matter how long, some of us be having people wait, but yet we have nothing deeper inside. If you having a man wait because you think that you're deep and you want to wait for sex and you want to see, at least have something out, carry something that's deep too, so that you can figure it out. You can't go as deep as I can. You are shallow. So now, when they speak, they don't confuse you. Let me tell you this. Everyone has the truth in them. Everyone has the truth. You know, we were born with the truth. And the truth lives in us. That's why when you hear the truth, it just something to you, right? It makes you shake. It makes you, like, something become awake. Like, you know, something becomes awake. And you're like, oh, shoot, that's deep. We all carry that frequency in us. They want to go one day, then, yeah, I'm telling you, rush into a relationship. And you know that's wrong. Everybody has and carry the truth inside them. Everybody. That's why when you hear something that makes sense, it fits. Like, it completes the formula. You're like, oh, this makes sense. Because we all have the truth. We don't know what the truth is sometimes until we feel it. Because you will always feel the truth. The truth carries a ring. It carries a frequency. That's why when people lying to you, some things just don't make sense. Some things just don't add up. The formula don't sound right because it's not matching your truth that you're already carrying. You have to believe the truth that you're carrying. I knew that he was serious. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, we carry the truth in us. So when something don't add up, hey, Pleasure, how are you doing? When something don't add up, thanks for the gift, Pleasure. Thank you so much. When something don't add up, but instead, you know what we do? We want to believe somebody's words, not realizing that words was created to confuse energy. Words was confused. Are you saying, other words, don't fool yourself, pay attention, accept? Yes, accept the dang truth. But since we're already labeling these people, we're already labeling these jokers, I want to be with him, I want to be with her, that's going to be my next man. Now you start to ignore certain truths. The truth is punching you in your stomach. It's making you angry every day. It's making you feel sad and lonely. It's making you feel depressed. It's making the anger comes up. It's bringing out insecurities. It's bringing out doubt. Yet you ignore the truth. What do you think those feelings are? It's telling you something ain't right. It's telling you that you shouldn't stay there. It's telling you to leave. When you're in a relationship and you start to feel all this anger, frustration, insecurities, oh my God, something don't feel right. What do you think that is? Let me tell you, the human body, the human spirit carries a frequency that we are so connected to the universe that we feel everything if we pay attention. We know everything if we pay attention. Hey, Tessa Darling, how are you? We often know when people are no good. I think people settle because they don't want to. They really think that they should. They really think that they can't find any better. They really think that better don't exist. I'm telling you. What's up, Stu King? How you doing, man? But I'm telling you, we carry a frequency that you know. Like when somebody tells you that I love you. You know, you're right. But yet you're doing all this crap. Whatever. You're just saying that. So you know. But when somebody tells you I love you, like when your child tells you, when your child leaves for school or college or someone and says, I love you, mommy, I love you, daddy. That feeling felt good because it connected to your truth. You see what I'm saying? It connects to your truth. When somebody tells you, I miss you, if you don't believe it, if you know something is missing, then you're like, well, yeah, I miss you too. But when somebody says, I miss you, and you know for a fact that that's the truth, it makes you feel different. It creates a certain frequency in you that if you pay attention, your body's going to tingle. I'm telling you, something's going to happen. Your breath changes. Listen, you're going to pay attention. The problem is nobody pays attention. That gut feeling is always there. I'm telling you. See, again, people think that if, Kirk, you saying that if I do all these things, then a man will leave. Well, he leaves anyways because men gonna leave because this. Listen, again, I'm talking about grown men. And number two, I don't know what motives your men coming with. I can't answer those questions. I don't know what motives they're coming with. I have no idea do they really want you? Because if somebody really wants you, then all the games you ain't got to play them. Of course not. If somebody really wants you, let's be real. Let's be real. If somebody really wants you, if you fart in public, they still gonna want you. Let's be real. If somebody really wants you, if you slip and fall and bust your lip in front of them in public, they're gonna pick you up and they're gonna come here. If somebody don't want you, they're gonna feel embarrassed. Things that you do that is gonna embarrass them. Let's be real. If somebody really wants you, there's hardly a way to make them not want you. Except if you just blatantly cheating and lying and all that stuff, or disrespecting this. Your left foot, but it's always right. My feel on the left foot. Yeah, I'm telling you. If somebody really wants you, you gonna know. Tiffany said, my gut tells me a lot. When I need to focus, my stomach. Yeah, I'm telling you. People, the problem is, we messing with people who don't want us. We messing with people, right, Lisa? We messing with people who don't want us. Your heart will tell you things that, your eyes. Let me tell you, man. The thing is, we know the truth. But we don't want to accept it, because if I accept this truth, there might be nobody else that's going to come along. There might be no one else. There might be no one else. So we fall victim. So now you're looking at my little 2 cents or my little videos that just generalized videos that I speak on, if a man wants you, he's going to do this and this. No, he doesn't. What do you mean, no, he doesn't? So I'm lying about myself? I'm telling you about a lot of men that I know personally. This is not just something that I just no, I know many men. Again, just me. How you doing? Again, I've been all over the globe. I've been in almost every continent. I've been stationed in every continent, being around a lot of men in the military. A lot of men. I have seen men with their wives. I have seen men with their girlfriends. I have seen men how they react to certain women. I have seen how men are. I have spoken to many, many, many men. I'm telling you what I know. But I'm telling you that it works for a certain kind of man, because if you let a man who don't want you, okay, if a man want to have sex with you, right? You can't hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? That's right, bro. That's right. Can you hear me? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Shelly. Okay, good. Somebody said that they couldn't hear me. If a man doesn't want you, he'll still, listen, if he wants a part of you, if he wants a piece of you, let's say sex, he's going to still act like he wants you. He's going to still act like he wants you for a relationship. So don't think that my advice don't work because a man didn't want you in the beginning and he tricked you anyways. But I'm telling you all, man. I'm telling you all. You gotta pay attention to the energy. And now, when a man really wants you for more than sex, his efforts gonna change. Because a man don't put in that much effort when he wants just sex. He don't put in that much effort. I'm telling you, his efforts is gonna be different. Because when a man wants you for sex, a lot of times, especially after 4 or 5 months, he slows down. He don't try that hard. He don't be on top of his game. He's not into it deeply. He's not focused. He's off. You gotta chase him. How come you ain't all that stuff? I don't understand. There's no specific formula that works for any dating or any relationship or any specific type of relationship. There's no formula that works for all. It does. No formula. Just like there's no medication that works for everything or everyone. Everyone is different. Some men want what they want. Some men just want you for certain things. Some men don't really want you. Some men want to fulfill their own needs and their own desires. Some men want to fulfill their own ego. So they're going to do. But I'm telling you, the energy doesn't lie. You could feel certain people's energy if you pay attention. Look at their eyes when they're speaking to you. I'm telling you, one thing a man will do is open up to you. If he wants you, he will open up to you. I promise you. You will see his soul. Number 5 or number 6, I think I forgot what number 1. Many people are still sick. Many men are still sick. Many people, women too, but many men are still, I'm talking about men here. Many men are still sick. I'm not saying that women ain't sick. Like we all, like maybe like 75% of this world is not healed. People are broken, damaged, sad. People are miserable. People are hating life. People still have all these negative words and negative ideas and negative this and fear and all these things because people are still damaged. Now, I don't say that you are damaged. I had a conversation yesterday with a beautiful young lady here, and we used the word damage. But I don't think we are really damaged. Let me tell you how, and I was telling her what I think that really means. Nobody is really broken. You know what I mean? Guys, don't buy God. Nobody is really broken. I think that you also stop saying that you are broken. Nobody is broken, and nobody you might get hurt, but you're not broken. But let me tell you the problem. Hey, vegan girls, how you doing, girl? How you doing? How you doing, queen? But let me tell you how we say people are broken. If a lot of times when you trying to do your best and someone hurt you anyways, you become hurt. When you still continue to see life without changing the perspective of you being hurt, then you call it broken. It's not broken, you just hurt. You got to change your perspective. You got to change your angle. It's time that you got to take off those cracked shades that you've been looking at life through. Because as soon as you keep men are this, men are that, men are this, all men are that. When you start labeling all men and like God don't have the power to change, like God just left you here with all broken men, that all men are garbage and women are the righteous ones. Like women are the only one that's deserving love and attention because God has just left us on earth with a bunch of stupid Let me tell you this. One of the laws of the universe is as above, so below, as within, so without. Let me tell you this. Let me be clear with you. And I know some of you ain't gonna want to hear this right here. But let me be real. It is quicker to see the negative things. It is quicker to see the negative things in a person than the positive things. It's quicker to see all the negative. So of course you can see all these men playing games, all these men. Nobody talks about the decent ones. Nobody talks about the good ones. Nobody talks about the ones who's doing their things. It's like, for instance, nobody talks about the quality fathers. Nobody talks about the ones who are on their game. There are some men out there doing it, living it, like being that example for their sons and their daughter. There are so much men out there doing it, but we are so focused on the negative, and you're wondering why you keep meeting these negative. Listen, energy says that wherever your energy goes, whatever your focus goes on, your energy flows there. Wherever your focus goes. In the military, I have learned this. In the military, I learned this one thing. You know what? Screw the military. There's a story. A man had 2 sons, okay? A man had 2 sons. The man was an alcoholic. Very terrible alcoholic. He, lost his job, lost his family, broken, terrible. He's just an alcoholic. He had nothing in life. His 2 sons, when they became of age, one became just like him. One became an alcoholic. But the other one didn't. The other one became a successful businessman. Why? Why did they both? Why did they change? Why did one choose one and the other choose one? Because one of them was focused too much on his action. Wherever you focus on is where you're going to go. My father was the same. I'm not like that. I am nothing like my father. However, in this world these days, people become just like their people. It's the same, it's genetics. Nothing is people focus on something, then that's where they're growing. Okay? Listen, you are focused on so much negativity, so much angry men, so much foul men, so much disrespectful men, so much hurtful men, then that's where your energy is going. That's why you keep attracting them. Wherever your energy goes, because the universe sends you your most dominant. You can question the universe all you want. You question God or whatever you call it. But the universe sends you your most dominant thoughts. The universe sends you your most dominant feelings. That's what it sends you. So if that's what you get, and you got to change something, change your vision. You cannot attract something, but yet you speak on something different. You cannot attract love, but you keep talking hate. You cannot attract peace, but you're always fighting. You cannot. You want to speak negative, but attract love. No, that's not how it works. Come on, man. That's not how it works. So now we lose the power that we have inside of us. We lose all our power. We just give it up and says, you know what? All men, ain't no decent men out there. And you know what though? To be honest, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Then how do you face the reality of things? You gotta fix inside, man. Nobody looking inside of themselves. We have to look inside of ourselves. Hey, favorite, how we doing? We have to look inside of ourselves. Like I was telling someone yesterday, my good friend. The same term that we use, broken, right? Oh, I'm broken. I'm broken. Nobody is really broken. You see a rifle, and this, I told you this yesterday. You see a rifle, right? You see a rifle is a perfectly fine rifle. You pick it up, you aim it at a target, it misses. It misses every single time. Why? Is it because of is it because the rifle is broken? No. It hasn't been tweaked yet to your eyesight. It hasn't been tweaked to your energy, to your pull, to your own personal, whatever you have it. You have to take the rifle up. You gotta switch the windage, the up and down. You gotta switch everything. You gotta play with it. Every time you shoot, bam. That went 2 feet over. Switch, turn. Shoot again, bam. It went a little high. Tweak it up, make it go low. Tweak again, bam. Nobody wants to do that. Listen. There's things inside of you that you gotta tweak. There's things inside of you that you gotta tweak. There's nothing wrong with the rifle. It's just that the rifle ain't tweaked yet. Nothing is wrong with you. You just gotta tweak your little anger, tweak your insecurities, tweak this, tweak that, tweak this. Get madly in love with yourself, like someone said. You gotta tweak certain things inside of you. There's nothing wrong with you. You just ain't tweaking properly. I'm telling you. I was a soldier. I taught soldiers to shoot all day, but they get frustrated when they weren't hitting the target. They get frustrated. I can't hit the target. I'm aiming directly at it. Well, let me see where your target is going. Bam. Huh. That means go to the left. Tick, tick, tick. Shoot again. Bam. Okay, a little too high. Tweak it. Bam, bam. Aim right there. Shoot again. Bam. Bam. You hit. Listen, you gotta look at who you are attracting. Hey, Outlaw, how are you doing, girl? You gotta look at who you are attracting and tweak certain things about yourself. I don't know what you gotta tweak. That's something that you gotta figure out. I don't know. I have no idea what you gotta tweak. People keep saying it's too much work. Let me tell you something. To write your resume, to get the job that you desire, you have to go to school, you have to do this, you have to play the game right, you have to talk to the teachers this way, the professors this day. It's all a game. Then you might land, you might land a good interview. Then even the interview, you gotta act a certain way, you gotta speak a certain way, you gotta practice questions, and it's all a game. Life is all a game. Fiber of Rubies, how are you doing? Life is all a game. You gotta know what to tweak to get what you want. Start asking yourself why How do you turn the love into pain? How do you turn the love and pain off? I feel broken, 2.5 years done, 50 and 30-year-old. Why do we feel broken? Why do we get broken? I think we're looking for difficult answers. I think we are too, slowing a little bit so you get it out, my bad. Why do people get broken? Let me answer this question. Very simple answer. Very simple answer. How do people get broken? Hey, Gloria US, how are you doing? Glorious? That's your name, Glorious. I just figured it out now. Why do people get broken? Because they stay in broken places. I mean, think about it. If we stay in broken places, you get broken. If you stay in danger areas, you get broken. The question is, why do we stay in those places and expect not to be hurt? Hey, Chrome Goddess, how are you doing? Why do we go to Iraq? I went to Iraq a few times while it was bad and it was war and stuff. You think that I felt comfortable there? No, I wanted to go. As soon as I got there, I was ready to go. But we stay in these situations knowing that you're seeing it, you're feeling it. Listen, all your senses become your reality. You start to feel pain. You start to feel your instinct. You start to see things. You start to hear things and all these things that you don't like, yet we stay. Why do we stay? Because you're not listening to yourself. You're not listening to yourself. See, as like somebody said, we have too much expectations. And it's not only expectations, it's because you already pinpoint, that's who I want. That's who God sent me. That's a very dangerous thing to say. God sent that to me. This is a very dangerous thing to say. I've been praying for a relationship. That's the man that God sent me. This is a very dangerous thing to say, because now you think God sent it to you. You're going to put up with mess. You ain't got to put up with all that mess to keep. Somebody said relationships are hard. Relationships ain't hard. Relationship is not hard. When you have two people who love themselves, yeah. Not saying that you won't argue, but arguing is not hard. That's the point of life. You argue with your kids. The devil hears you too. We have to speak differently. We got to speak differently. Oh, thank you for my, thank you that you like my bracelets. I have all these bracelets on my website. But you got to speak differently. You got to speak differently. You got to think differently. Listen, how can you connect to something that you think negatively about? Disagreement, right? Do you think it's good to move in with someone you... Hell no. I don't believe in shacking up with nobody. I don't know. I personally don't believe it. But then again, that's just me. It works for some people. Remember, everybody ain't the same. I just don't. Dating? Like, how long you been dating them? For a couple years or a few months? Huh? Joshua, come and give Leah some milk. But I'm saying, man, like, we stay in broken places. That's how we get broken. And we refuse to leave. And the longer you stay in a broken environment, you become more broken. You become more toxic. Well, that's the word that people use, toxic. And everybody say everybody is toxic, but yet you don't even see the amount of hear the word again. Toxicity. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like you don't even see the amount of toxic stuff inside of you. I mean, like, for real. Because everybody, he's toxic. He's narcissist. He's this. No, you have to. It's something inside of you that's giving it attention. Why do you give it attention so much? Listen, you can't, as above, so below, as within, so without.
Daddy,
yeah.
Can I use this cup to pour the milk in because
yeah.
the cup...
I will use the... She don't have a cup there already?
Huh?
She don't have a cup there already?
No.
Look down there.
Okay.
Why don't men know how to court a woman anymore? Again, which men are we talking about? Which men? I'm talking about grown men. A grown man court different than a young, mentally challenged man, or aged, mentally challenged man. A grown man. Listen, grown men. Listen. Okay. Maybe let me. Okay. Let me define what a grown man is. Maybe we don't understand what a grown man is. A grown man is someone who found himself, okay? A grown man finds himself. A grown man, his ego is not that high. A grown man is not an alpha male. A grown man is humble. A grown man is strong. And a grown man is peaceful. He's at peace with everything he does. Everything he does, everything he touches, turns to gold. It turns and it multiplies. He inspires, he motivates, and he grows. He reflects light. That's what I'm talking about, that type of grown man. I ain't talking about a man who just look like a man, who in a body like a man, and he has gray hair, and he has... No, I ain't talking about that. That's not a grown man. That's people who ain't found themselves. I can't call those grown men. That's people who haven't found themselves. You cannot compare somebody who has found himself and somebody who hasn't found himself. It's two different frequencies. When you haven't found yourself, you're going to look for yourself in every single woman that you're going to meet. Because a man who hasn't found himself, most of the time, if they haven't found themselves, they think a woman has this much power between her legs. So now, for me to find myself, to add to my value, I have to seek your validation. And how I seek my validation is sleeping with you, and you. A man who hasn't found himself, for him to feel masculine, he has to be around many women. But multiple women don't make you feel any more masculine. So I'm talking about a grown man who found himself. Because a grown man who found himself, there's a quote. Let me see who wrote this quote. Because I think we're confusing grown men to these little things that look like men. You all know you all know this person, Rumi? Rumi, her quote was this: I searched for God and found only myself. I searched for myself and found only God. Listen to this again. Hey. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what Rumi said. Sure. Listen to what Rumi said. Well, I don't know how to pronounce her name, his or her name. I don't know who this person is. But he or she said, I searched for God and found only myself. Okay? I searched for myself and found only God. Understand this. A man who finds himself finds God. Okay? He's a Muslim man. A man who finds himself finds God. And a man who finds God has to find himself. So you all can't be over there looking for people who ain't found themselves. They're still looking. They can't notice you. They don't recognize you. They don't recognize themselves. They haven't found themselves. How can they find you? They still need validation. They're still getting upset. The ego is still controlling them. They still want to control you. They still want to talk this, do this for all. I'm the man, I'm the man. They're still talking about I'm an alpha male. Alpha males don't exist. It's a weak man. That's a weaker mental man. He has to let his words and all this stuff speak for him. But a man who finds himself finds God. Because you are one with God. So when you find yourself, you're like, huh? I'm talking about those type of men. That's the men that I'm talking about. And those men are completely different because they seek different things. See, a man who has found himself does not look for the same things that a man who hasn't found himself. See, a man who hasn't found himself has to be valued through something else. There's something else has to give him value, adds value to him. A man who has found himself is more peaceful and humble because he's already found God. He is calm. He don't look to be validated and look to be felt and look to be touched and look for all this stuff to feel better. He's already won. He's already complete. That's the one I'm talking about. These are the grown men that when I say grown men, I'm not talking about a 40-year-old or a 50-year-old. I'm 40 years old, and I know many 40-year-olds who doing this. I met a guy just the other day. I was stationed with him when we were stationed together in the military when we were like 22, when I was acting the fool. And I met him somewhere, and he's like, hey, do you remember such and such? Man, that's a bad B. Man, hey, just look at her right there. I said, man, listen, you still doing that? He like, what do you mean? I said, dude, like, we all know, man, like, we're grown. He like, nah, I mean, I'm just saying. See, yeah, exactly. Everybody who finds age don't find themselves. I'm telling you, everybody's not on the level. If people don't intentionally see inside of them and see what they're doing that brings pain, if somebody don't see it, they ain't changing. There's no need to change. That's why men go through midlife crisis, because they're still looking. They reach to a point that they know something is missing, but they don't know what it is. That's what midlife is, a spiritual thing. The midlife crisis thing is a spiritual thing. So they start dating young girls, they start driving a sports car, they start doing this, they start doing that, because they're still looking. They have reached to a point they don't know who they are. I'm telling you, they have no idea who they are. That's why it's called midlife crisis. And no matter what they put in their life, they will never be happy, because it's a spiritual transformation. It has to be a spiritual transformation. So here we are. These people that you are messing with, they ain't grown men. How can you figure out what's a grown man? I just told you what a grown man are. I mean, what grown men are. Men who have found themselves. How do you know what a man find himself? A man who has found himself ain't out there doing the garbage things that people. A man who has found himself is peaceful. A man who has found himself multiplies whatever he touches, because he now owns that power. See, that power don't come from outside; it comes from within. So a man who has found himself, he inspires you without you talking. Please put this on YouTube. My phone. Okay, I will. You know what? I'll put this on YouTube after this right here, because I think this is one of them that people want to hear. Hey, Suzette. I'm telling you, a man who has found himself is humble, peaceful. He don't have to react. He's not reacting. He's not trying to make you feel hurt. He's not trying to make you feel bad. He's not trying to judge you. He ain't trying to look, because he looks inward. Because his self is inward. So when he sees you, he sees your inner self. He don't see the physical. A man who has found himself is not based on a physical thing. Nothing physical. I'm telling you, like, we got to stop this nonsense. And the reason why we don't know this is because a lot of you women haven't found yourself either. Like, let's be real. A lot of you haven't found yourself. Because if you find yourself, you won't put yourself back in danger. T-Love, how are you doing, sister? How are you doing? If you find yourself, when you know you have found your peace, when you know you have found love, when you know you have healed and you have become great and you are just, because you know the feeling when you listen, raise your hand right here. I want all ladies to raise their hand. Ladies, if you have went through something in life that you know for a fact, you ain't carrying no more anger, you ain't carrying no more hate, you ain't carrying no more frustration, no bitterness, you ain't carrying no more jealousy, you ain't carrying no more unforgiveness, you ain't carrying none of that crap no more. Raise your hand. Let's see. Let's see something. If you ain't carrying that garbage no more, raise your hand. If you have healed, raise your hand. If you ain't thinking men are bad and men are this, because only a sick person thinks that way anyways. Raise your hand. Exactly. Okay, so I got people on here raising their hands. Now, let me tell you this. When you find that peace, when you find that feeling, when you find that frequency, can you place yourself back? Listen, man, I don't know who I'm talking to. When you have found that peace, that covering, that's what it is, a covering. When you have found that covering, can you go back into garbage? Can you accept garbage again? Can you be with garbage again? Can you actually, my 45 minutes is up. My 45 minutes is up. I'm telling you, because when you have found that peace, you ain't going back to that garbage. You ain't going back, you can't. Listen, you won't. Your spirit won't even let you. You probably won't sleep at night because you know better. You know, I know better now. I cannot go back in this nonsense anymore. I know for a fact if I go back, I'm going to be hurt again. And it took so much work to get to this point. It took a bunch of crying and tears and counseling and all these stuff and self this and self that and self love to heal me. I can't do this. I can't go through that again. I'm telling you, cut the nonsense out. People who place themselves in a situation ain't healed yet. Come on, man. Like, seriously. That's why you don't know the difference. Because once you know the difference, you ain't going back. I promise you. That's like saying, I know how it is to be in my home. Peaceful, quiet, me and my kids, we vibing. Then I want to leave here to go to Iraq in a battle zone, or Afghanistan in a battle zone on my own. Yeah, you crazy. For what? I don't care what money you're giving me. I ain't going. Because the peace is your peace. Listen, take my car. You know what? Take the house. I mean, I'd rather my house not to be taken. But damn it, take whatever you want, but leave me alone. Have y'all, listen. Only those know who I'm talking about, what I'm talking about. Take this, take that, but just leave me alone. Leave me, listen. See, to understand this, you have to be at peace. Leave. Hey, listen, you can leave too. Listen, take whatever you want. Leave. Listen, I would walk away from this, everything that I have right. Listen, I know many women who have walked away from everything and started right fresh over. Listen, keep the damn thing. You keep the house, you keep the car. I'm done. I know many women who have done. Listen, you keep this, you keep that. I don't care what you do. I'm done. Because you understand that the peace is more expensive than all this crap that you got. I'm telling you, man. But so I'm telling you, once you be at peace. Now, here's the trick. Truck girls with mental health issues. Damn, man. You want truck girls with mental health issues. Let me tell you, man. Once you have found your peace, here's the thing. Everything in your life should be at peace. Because if you're at peace, let me tell you, peace is a foundation. Peace is your foundation. Peace is not something that you attain. I mean, I know that's a little confusing. It sounds confusing. But peace is your baseline. And then everything that you create in peace or from peace becomes peaceful. Even your relationship. So when you're at peace, your relationship should be at peace. When you're at peace, the things that your relationships outside with your friendship, with your this, with your that, they should be at peace, because peace is what you build it on. That's what the Bible speaks on. If you build your house on a solid rock, on a solid foundation, then it will be permanent. But when you're building your house on a sandy, where the shore comes in and water comes in, it's going to be jacked up. No, that's built on insecurities. That's built on your physicalities. That's built on a whole bunch of crap. I'm telling you, once you build everything on peace, it's firm. If you are at peace, then you shouldn't be afraid of finding a dude. You shouldn't be afraid of meeting a guy. You shouldn't be afraid, because the frequency of peace Let me tell you this. The reason why we are afraid to meet men and meet women, let me tell you why. Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why? Joshua, bring me a water, please. Let me tell these folks why. I think water's over there. Okay. Let me tell you why. Wait, I forgot the question that I was asked. What question did I just ask? I totally forgot. Why we are afraid to find new people. Let me tell you why. And truly, yeah, many people are afraid. Many of you are afraid. Let me tell you why. Hurry up, man, hurry up. Okay. Let me get some water real quick. My son's bringing me some water. I'm thirsty, my mouth dry. I'm past my time, but I'm gonna keep going because I know if I go right now, y'all gonna be kind of, Kurt, you're supposed to tell us more. I don't want to talk too long today. Okay, I'm gonna tell you all why. The reason why, let me ask you a question, right? Let me ask you the question. If a stranger, right? If you see a stranger walking and doing something foul, you don't know this person. Does it hurt you or affect you? No, I'm not on every day. I can't do this every day. This is very energetic for me. This is too much energy. If you see a stranger doing this thing, if a stranger robbed the bank today, you don't care. A stranger did this, you don't really give a damn. A stranger slept with this person, a stripper, you don't care. The reason why we are afraid is because we attach too fast. Okay? When you attach too fast, your expectations start to grow. When you attach, you have expectations. So now, since I am attached, now, you meet someone just because you went on 1 or 2 or 3 dates, you start to see yourself with this person. Now your expectation is growing. Now when this person do something, you hurt. Why are you hurt why are you connected so quickly? Why are you attached so quickly? Why are you attached? See, the thing is, nobody jump out the second. Listen, people do things, but we gotta focus on patterns. If you see a pattern in somebody's behavior, when you see patterns in somebody's behavior, I don't care how you feel about this person. I don't care how far you went with this person. I don't care if you're married or single. I don't care if you're married to them. I don't care if you slept with them. I don't care if you've been with them for 20 years. If you see a pattern, you got to be able to jump ship. The problem is nobody wants to jump ship. So we are afraid of getting hurt. We think if I give them all I have in the beginning, then they shouldn't hurt me. Well, it shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like, we focus on should. But if I do this, he shouldn't do this. We gotta open our eyes and see what the person is doing. See, this is the time when you're supposed to be observant, but instead of observing, you know what you're doing? You're attaching. Instead of observing the person, you attaching yourself to them. Well, I think that's gonna be my man. I think he's the one. Stop saying that garbage. I'm a ride or die. Stop saying that garbage. Well, it's been 2 weeks and I think I really like you. Listen, okay, I don't care how you feel about someone. People don't want to do what's right and what's wrong. People don't want to do straight up what's right. People want to use their emotions. Well, I know you're doing this, but I think it's because you don't understand. You probably don't know what you're doing. You probably seeing your mom. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares why? Why is not, listen, I know you keep lying and you keep cheating, but I think it's because, stop. Put your emotions out of it. If you see and you know better, you do better. So the reason why we are afraid of relationship is because we dive in head down. We blind and we expecting too much. We expecting garbage. We expecting love from garbage people. We expecting good relationships from garbage people. We expecting the world from somebody who never left your city. We expecting the world from someone who don't even know what's in his town. You know what? That's a good point. The man I know is better than the one I don't. Let me tell you something about that dangerous idea. And I know that you're not saying that for you. But let me tell you the most dangerous idea. Nobody loves, listen, hey, Kenny Pella. There's no such thing as loving hard. Let me just say this. You attach hard. You obsess hard. There's no such thing as loving hard. Love is love. Listen, We have to understand something about love. Love is love. There's no such thing as loving hard and loving soft. If you love, you love. What you will do for your one child, you will do for your next child. And what you will do for your child, if you have a husband and you love, you will do the same thing for them. It's the same love. There's no love that's different from the other. Love is love. There's no... God loves you, right? That's what we believe. God loves us. He don't love nobody more than the other. Because there's no such thing. There's no such thing. There's no such thing at all. Love, I love you, I love hard. No, you don't love hard. You attach hard. You don't know how to detach. That's the thing. You don't know how to detach. Because now you give somebody your all, they were the one who you allow to bring out your love. You allow them, that one person, to bring your love out. That's the only time you have experienced love, is with these people. They have become the object or the subject, whichever one it is, the right word, of your love. Because you don't know how to ignite your own love. So you meet someone. Hey, Kadeen, how are you? You met someone, right? You met someone. You wasn't carrying love. You wasn't having love in yourself. You didn't have no self-love. You was just empty. You wanted to meet someone. I want to find love. Number one, there's no love to find. A person cannot find love. It's impossible. You can't find love. Love should be inside. If you have love, why would you want to find love? It don't exist. Because when you have love, love finds you. Period. Let me tell you this. Once you have love, love is everywhere. Once you have love, you start to see. Once you have love, your eyes are open. Once you have love, your perception changes. You start to see who has love and who doesn't. Because when you have love, right? Let me tell you this. When you have love, and somebody come around you who doesn't have love, or who doesn't carry love, or who carry a different frequency, you feel their vibe. You feel it instantly, because it's two different energy field. It feels completely different. Something don't feel right. Like you carrying something. Like have you ever said that before? That person is carrying a bad spirit. Have you ever heard somebody say that? That person is carrying a bad or evil. Oh, no. Because the two frequencies don't align. It doesn't align. So I'm saying, when you have love, you're going to feel who's there for you, and you're going to feel who's using you. The problem is we don't carry love around. We only pick up love when we have a relationship. We only pick up love when we have kids. Love only comes to us in those two situations. If it's our kids, or our husband, or boyfriend, or girlfriend, or wife. That's the only time we experience love. And when you experience love that way, it's very dangerous, because the person who brings it out could take it back. The person who brings it out, that you give out a power to ignite your love. If you give somebody a match to ignite your fire inside of yourself, you lost. You completely lost. You gone. You don't even understand what you just did. Because when they're ready to blow it out, you're done. I need healing. What you need healing for? Because I just feel so drained and I'm tired. Because you just gave them the power to take it back. If you give somebody the power to ignite your love, boy, them people will leave you, and when they leave you, the love gone with them. They take their love with you, and now you feel empty. I need healing. The very thing that you need for healing, you no longer have. The very thing that you need for comfort, you no longer have. The very thing that you need to stop being angry and forgive, you no longer have. So you stay sick for the longest amount of time. You stay hurt for the longest amount of time. You have to know how to ignite your own fire. You have to know how to connect to the source directly, so that you walk in love all day. So that when somebody leave your life, hey, listen, I didn't want you to leave. I mean, I liked you a lot. I mean, I love you, but I love the car, and I love the trees too, and I love the mountains. But if the mountain goes, I'm still fine. I'm not going to die because the mountain goes. I'm not going to die because the water dried up. I'm not going to die because the tree died, because the love that I carry is my own. It's not yours. See, that's the problem. We don't carry our own, and we call it self-love. It's not really self-love, okay? You can't love yourself, because the self is not real. The self is a made-up idea of who you are. The self is a made-up concept of your experiences, your thoughts, your perception. That's the self. The self is a person created. It's personalized by each creator. We are all creators. You made yourself. The self that you think that you are, it's not really who you are. And I don't want to get into that, because I don't want to confuse you more. But when you carry and you connect to God, or you connect to the universe, or whatever you call it, or you're Jesus, or if you're a Muslim, or if you're a Buddhist, whatever you connect to, that's not the point. But if you connect to the source of your love, then that love is everlasting, is eternal, and is continuously flowing. It's a continuous flowing thing. It never stops. So therefore, I can love you, I can love it, I can love that, I can love, and when one leaves, I'm good still because I'm connected to the eternal thing. See, we want to connect only to the things that die. People die. Your cars die. Your cars wreck. The trees fall down. The house burned down. See, things die. But once you connect to the eternal source, that eternal, that never dies, huh? You got a booger blow, no, mama. Ooh, that was a nice blow. Blow again. Ooh, that was good, mama. How you blow like that? Who taught you how to blow? Okay, go ahead. You just sneeze. Okay, I got you, mama. So that's the problem. We connect to people. People who shouldn't be connected to. We connect our love to people and only to people. Okay, mama, go ahead and play with Joshua. So all I'm saying is this right here. When you actually have and you carry love instead of carrying anger, and see, many of us, the problem is, I can't say this enough. I can't, because we hear it, but we don't understand what it means. We hear it, but we're still doing it. We hear it, but we don't stop doing it. We hear it, but we don't cleanse that filthy, nasty energy, that freaking vibe that we have, that anger and that unforgiveness and that bitterness and that hate and that grouchiness and that sadness and that negative mentality. We don't clear that energy. We don't clear it. So then when somebody comes next to us or in our lives, we don't feel any different. So we don't, because we can't discern, because they're carrying the same crappy energy that you're carrying. But when you meet somebody who's loving, when you meet somebody who's kind, when you meet, hey Jail, when you meet somebody who is high frequency, when they come around you, you're like, oh, yeah, dang. Because the frequency is different. Listen, tell me if that makes sense to you all, because I know for a fact it makes sense. When people meet me, they're like, damn, dude. I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, you feel different. Of course I feel different. Of course I feel different. It's intentionally different. That's what, so we could always feel the higher frequency, right? Because now it feels, this is a new feeling. Oh my, this feels good. Listen, if that is not what you feel when you meet someone, leave them alone. You don't need them. If that is not what you feel when you leave them alone. See, we want to go for the first one that makes us feel okay. See, we want to go for the first one that makes us feel just normal. Go for the first one that inspires you. If it doesn't inspire you, leave them alone. Ain't no love there. Love naturally inspires. Love naturally builds and it creates. Love is creative. I'm focused. The red shirt. You see what it says? It's just allergies. I wore this to my doctor appointment today. They looked at me like, dude, you have allergies today? But I'm telling you all, man. Hey, hello from Georgia. How are you? We got to start getting rid of the hate. Getting rid of the anger and the unforgiveness. You have to get rid of it. If you don't get rid of it, you don't know who you're meeting. They're carrying the same crap. That's why you don't feel any different. That's why you don't feel any different. That's why it feels the same, because you're carrying the same frequency. So you can't even tell who's who and what is what. You can't even tell if what you're feeling is yours or his or hers. You don't know the difference. How do we cleanse our own hatred? That's a whole different class. You have to learn about yourself, because a person who knows and understands self don't carry those things. Because a person who knows the power of a thought, and I'm just being real with you, a person who understands the power of a thought, who truly understands, hey Mama Val, how you doing? How you doing? A person who understands the power of a thought don't go around thinking nonsense. Listen to what I'm saying. Tell me if this makes sense to you all. If you understand how powerful, if you understand that a thought travels at the speed of light, about 288,000 miles per second, or meters per second, that's how your thought travels. You think it, bam, it travels. If you understand that your thought could connect you to anyone, if you understand that your thought could make you depressed. If you understand that your thought could give you life. Your thought could make you smile. Your thought could make you mad. Your thought could make you angry. Your thoughts could make you a rich man or a poor man. Your thoughts has the power to create your reality. If you truly understand, and even me telling you this right here, you still won't get it. But if you truly understand the power of your thoughts, you won't waste your thoughts on garbage. I promise you. You don't think I want to think nonsense, dude? Like, you don't think that I want to think garbage? You don't think I want to think negative things? Like, you don't think when somebody disrespects me or tell me, like today, this dude told me today, man, I thought you were spiritual. I realized that you just some fake dude. And I'm like, I want to say something back, but I can't. Because if I do that, then we become equal. I'm vibing on your level. I can't do that. You don't think I have to make a conscious effort every day to fix my thought? And when my thoughts shift, I have to realize that it's shifting and bring it back? You don't think that I want to think about sex and think about her boobs and her butt? You don't think I want to think about all these things? But I don't, because I realize the power of my thoughts. If I keep thinking this, I might attract it in my life. If you keep thinking about your negative, how men are garbage, men are losers, men are liars, men are this is what you're attracting because you think it. You don't even understand that your thoughts is actually creating your life right now. And we pointing fingers. It's him, it's her, it's that, it's this, it's society. No, it's your thoughts. We live in the same society. How come I get what I want, but you can't? Let's get this straight. Now, you know what? I'm tired of trying to hold my tongue back. I'm tired of trying to hold my tongue back because people are gonna feel bad. How? If it's not us doing it, how come I get exactly what I want, but you can't? Let's talk about this. See, we think it's society, we think it's this, circumstances, we think it's our families, we think it's DNA, we think it's some, generational curse, we think it's all this crap. But I'm telling you right now, if I could get it, how come you can't? You think I'm better than you? You think I've came from a better place? You think no, we're the same. God don't like me more. The universe don't love me more. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You got to align your thoughts. Even the Bible tells you. I keep going over these things, and I really want to stop going over these things because I don't like talking about all these things all the time. Because I think it gets boring because people hearing the same thing every time they come to my life. So I don't want to keep talking about these things. But I think I need to keep to hear it. You all need to hear it. We need to hear it more often. But we don't. Finally, brothers, the Bible says in Philippians chapter 4, finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Yet, it is so easy to think about the garbage. It is so easy to think about our past experiences. It is so easy to talk about what the last man did, what the last woman did, how they messed with you, how they think about the things that's true and noble. It takes work, but nobody want to put the work in. Nobody want to put the work in. Everybody just want to be around here making excuses. But I can't do this. Men are just losers. No, you know what? God just didn't create losers. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm pretty sure, as above, so below, is an equal. Listen, as above, so below is an equal. If there's high vibration men, there is low vibrational men. Switch it around. If there's low vibrational frequency people, there's high vibrational frequency people. If there's this people, there's that people. If there is all, listen, you think just because you cannot vibrate at a frequency that aligns you to the frequency of the certain energy that you need to vibrate to, you think they don't exist. It exists. It exists. It exists. As above, so below. There's always good and bad. There's right and wrong. There's negative and positive. There's the same amount. But you don't understand how to align yourself to what you want because your thoughts are here. You know what? Let me tell you something. If you can't control your thoughts, you go in all different directions. You thinking this one way, that one way, this one way. Your mind is divided into 15 pieces each minute because you have The average person holds a thought in their minds for about 8 seconds. The average person, about 8 seconds. 8 seconds. Imagine if you could only hold a thought for 8 seconds. Imagine in 1 minute, how much thoughts do you have? So imagine how many directions you are going to. And here you are. Yeah, you're a little late. Here you are talking about, I've been up all night thinking. You've been spreading your thoughts because you could only keep a thought for about 8, 9 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. So here you are just going all directions and you think, how can you attract with going all over the place? You don't, your subconscious mind is like, listen, the universe is like, listen, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. See, in the universe, words don't, I want to ask you a question. Think about this question, okay? Think deeply. Hey, God is so how are you? I love the name. What's going on? Hey, Abba, yo, I'm coming up to your place in Phoenix this weekend. I hope you're going to be there. I'm coming in Phoenix this weekend. Who's in Phoenix? Let me tell you though. Let me tell you. I forget what I was saying. I completely forget what I was saying. Where was I? Crown Goddess, what the heck was I saying? T-Love, what was I saying? I totally forgot what I was saying. I totally forgot. I lost it. As soon as I talk about coming up to Phoenix, I completely forgot what I was saying. I'm great, cat lady. How are you? I wish you were Mama Val. Hey, Flojo, how are you? Flojo, I'll be in Phoenix this weekend. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, the universe. Oh, people paying attention, huh? People paying attention. So, please continue. You all want to know, huh? You all want to know. Let me tell you. Let me ask you the question, right? And I want you to think deeply. Have you ever had a dream? Maybe a lucid dream? Maybe have you ever left your body? Or have you ever experienced an astral projection moment? Or just think about your dream. Do you remember when you're talking to someone or how you communicate? Do you see your mouth moving? Thank you so much, Malina. Thank you so much. Do you see your mouth moving? Do you remember people mouth move, or you just get what they're saying without their mouth moving? Do you remember their mouth move? Think about it. Do you remember seeing somebody's mouth move in your dream? Think about it. I want you to think deeply, because we never think about these things. Maybe this is your first time hearing it. No. Exactly. No. Because let me tell you this. Dreams is a different dimension. Okay? Dream is a different dimensional realm. In the dream state. Especially when you're lucid dreaming. Mouth movement don't exist. When you astral project, your mouth movement, there's no such thing as a mouth movement. So maybe some of you all have, I don't know. I can't tell you that you have it if you say no or yes. But when you astral project and stuff, you shift. It's not a physical thing anymore. It's a spiritual thing. In the spiritual realm, when it comes to the universe or God, there's no speaking really that needs to happen. There's you aligning your thoughts with your thoughts with your motive or your intent. Your thoughts is only, listen, because it's your spirit speaking. It's your spirit speaking. So now, when you're asking God for this, and God give me this, God give me that, God give me this, but yet your thoughts are going, there's a good man, there's garbage men lie, men cheat, and you holding those thoughts, your words don't mean nothing at all. Your words mean nothing. Your words have no value. Listen, the only reason why words have value on the physical realm, the only reason why your words have value here is because you don't know how to read energy. You give words too much power. Words only become powerful to those who don't know how to read, because in all honesty, communication is only about 8% words, verbal. It's only about 8% verbal. Words are only about 8% of communication. Therefore, words don't mean that. I don't care what you say you want. I don't care what you ask God, give me this. I don't care what you tell God in your mouth. But if your thoughts are going and confusing your words, your thoughts is what you really feel. Your words is what you want to be. See, a man's thoughts is what he wants to be. A man's action is what he really is. Listen, let's be real, right? Let's be real. Let's be real. And that goes for women too. I'm just saying men because men just something easier to me because I'm a man. I'm telling you. So now we saying, God, I want this. I want a man. I want a man. But your thoughts are not aligned to what you want. Because if you want something, you have to align your thoughts to it. Ain't that what they teach you in manifestation school? Ain't that what they teach you in regular school? You got to align your words with your thoughts. And when those two gets aligned, it becomes more powerful. God, I want to be married. I want a good man. I want an honest man. A loyal man. At nighttime, all you're hearing is in your mind. These dudes, man, they're garbage. I don't know why they always doing some crap. They're so stupid. You know, they're not loyal. You know, you can't find there's no real men out there. What do you think the universe is hearing? Your words or your thoughts? What do you think the universe is using? Because it's using your thoughts because that's what you really feel. The universe goes from your feelings. Mama Val said, God, please let me have courage. Yo, that is funny, man. How did you stop your negative thoughts? It's so hard to change. So let me say this. I don't ever compare myself with anyone else. Right? So I don't want to use, Kevin Samuels or whatever that dude name who just got caught doing some garbage. What's his name? Jackson dude and all these other men and this person speaks and I don't want to use those. The thing that I believe is spirituality. I use spirituality, okay? I use a sense of spirituality. So how do I control my negative thought is this. I had to go deep within myself to find that God that's in there. See what I'm saying? Hey, you're missing link. I had to go deep rebuking negative thoughts. No. It's going to still go. You have to go deep within yourself and find that God. Okay? You have to find that God. It has to be a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing. But I had to go deep inside and figure out who I really was under my hurt, under my pain, under my disappointments, under all this stuff. See, right now, a lot of us know ourselves based on our pains, based on our experiences, based on our anger. See, a lot of us know ourselves based on our traumatic event. See, a lot of us know ourselves based on those garbage crap that happened. But we don't really know ourselves. All we know is what happened, our experience. So now we think our experience is us. That's not you. See, that's why you gotta go deeper. You gotta go deeper. Like you got to tear all those walls down, shed them tears, cry. I had to do that. Feel my pain, feel this. And when I get everything out, and I see who I was, and I realized that I was connected to God, and I was made in the image of God, I had to, when you see that you that much, and you're that powerful, and you are that much, God, when you see your value, you don't waste, how can negative thoughts exist? Negative thoughts have no place there. I promise you. I don't think negative thoughts. I honestly don't have to try. It's just not there. Because why would it be there? I control my own destiny. Seriously, I control my own destiny. Me and God co-create my life. If I think negative thoughts, it goes against what I desire. It goes against what I manifest. So why keep them? Why think them? You have to go deep and figure out who you are. You have to see who you are. And what you are is me. What I am is you. I have just went into your pain. Hey, Mama Val, thanks for staying. I appreciate it. Enjoy your day. But seriously, I have went through that pain. I have went deep inside of your pain. I have went deep inside your pain and see you and your emptiness. That's who you are. You are nothingness, but yet you are everything. But we just let the pain and the hurt and the disappointment and the frustration distract us. So now when you go deep, negative thoughts, how did it come? If you think that you are connected to God and you are in God's image and you really know yourself, how can negative thoughts come? It doesn't come. It just don't exist. Because your light, man, your light is so bright. Darkness really keep his mouth shut. See, it's a daily practice. See, many of us, we want to be saved from it. can't be saved from that. You got work to do. You got work to do. You got work to do. And you should enjoy the work. You should enjoy the workshop. You should go deep and enjoy. Listen, you got to enjoy. I enjoy when it's time when I'm faced with conflicts. Because that's where I see my reflection. What am I thinking now? What am I... Kirk, why are you mad? Why are you mad? Why are you angry? Why are you start to speak these words? Kirk, no. Stop. Boy, you crazy? Because now I'm seeing I'm seeing different versions of myself all the time. Your version, listen. Your versions, there ain't none of your versions wrong. It's just that you have to get all of them aligned. Your versions of you ain't wrong. People, all right, this is my higher self and lower. You don't have a higher self and a lower self. You are one. There's no such thing as a higher self and a lower self. You are God's image. There's no higher self. That's like saying there's a higher God and a lower God. There's none. It's just you. You have to align what you want, and you have to be honest with yourself. If I do this, I'm this. If I do that, I'm that. If I do this, I'm this. I don't care what you feel. I don't care why. If you do this, this is what it is. If I speak this is what it is. If I speak garbage, I get garbage. If I think garbage, I get garbage. So therefore, let me not even allow that foolishness. But once you figure out who you are, you begin to love life abundantly. You begin to be thankful for the smallest thing. The simplest thing means so much to you. Because you understand that the problem is we don't have enough love. That's the problem. And I don't want to talk about love. But we don't have enough love. Because when you have love, love outshines a lot of stuff. Love conquers a lot of stuff. See, love, it's very hard for love and unforgiveness to exist in the same heart. It's one of them going to fight. You can't serve two masters. Listen, see, we be reading the Bible, but we don't even understand what it means. We think these masters are Satan and God. Come on, let's go deeper. See, we think that these Bible verses is just so plain. You can't serve two masters. Then why are you carrying hate? Why are you carrying unforgiveness? Why are you carrying bitterness? Why are you carrying all this negative stuff in your heart? Why do you hate yourself? Why do you hate the way you look? You hating your image. You hating the image. And how can you love me and hate my image? How can you love me but hate? How can you love me but hate everything else? How can you love me and hate my creation? How can you love me and speak negatively about my creation? Men and this and that. God came down to talk to two men. And the first man he meets, he said, hey, how was life? Man, just some bull. Ah, damn, I was just sitting here. It's hot. The head is so hot. This mosquito, like, what's the point of this mosquito? One of them bit me here, and another one bit me on my lip. Now my lip, I have a bump on my lip. You know what I mean? And I'm itchy. It's just ridiculous. Why you make mosquitoes, man? Like, what's the point of them? I'm tired. I'm hungry. God said, okay, I guess you're having a bad day. God went to the next man. He said, how is life? He said, man, God, whew. I just got bit by a mosquito, but the mosquito was doing what a mosquito does. And I'm just here. I'm just sitting down, enjoying life. The sun is hot, but it feels so amazing. It's touching my skin. My melanin feels good. I'm glowing, God. Listen, God, like, how did you do this? How did you make this? Like, I want to know. Teach me. God said, man, your day must be good. Who do you think God is going to talk to more? Who do you think God is going to talk to more? Who do you think God is going to entertain more? The one who's negative or the one who's positive? Now, that one who was speaking negative probably think he's a good man. I'm a good man. I don't sin. I don't beat my wife. I don't curse. I don't kill. I don't covet my neighbor's wife or my neighbor's dog or my neighbor's cow. You know what I'm saying? I live with all the commandments. I do all that stuff. But this one is like, hey, this is beautiful. Who do you think God is going to be around more? Man, come on. You can't serve two masters. Those are the masters. You can't have love and insecurity. Listen, some things you just can't, some things just don't live well with the other. You just can't. Love and unforgiveness, it just don't match. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. It's pointless. See, we wondering why we can't meet this man. Why we can't connect to this man. Why we can't meet these men. Where are these men at? Where are these? I'm telling you, I promise you, when you become who you need to become, listen, number one, Everybody ain't gonna have someone. Let's just be real. I mean, hell, Jesus didn't have one. Who did Jesus have? I mean, we gotta be honest. Everybody, we are so tense right now, right? We are so tense because we're looking. Because when you're looking, you become tense. Seriously, when you're looking, you become tense. You tense up because you anticipating. You're anticipating when it's coming. You are tense. Nothing comes to you when you tense. Actually, when you are tense, you repel things. When you are tense, things back off. Things go back. When you are tense, your energy is not welcoming. It's actually repelling things from coming to you. When you tense is not a positive energy. So now, when you are tense, the good things, because it's different frequencies. Remember, energy is frequency, right? It's all frequencies. So when you are tense, you're carrying a certain frequency. So the tense, low frequency things come to you. But that love and that peace and that all this stuff don't come to you. So you ask, why can I'm a good woman. Why I can't I cook, I clean, I this, I that, I this. But what are you thinking? How are you feeling? What are you looking for? Why? What's your motive? You think that's a game? It all plays a role. The person who stopped looking, who stopped talking about it, just leave it alone. Everybody always talk about, why am I single? Why am I this? Men that. The more you talk about it, is the more, listen, every time you speak a word, the universe don't hear words, it focuses on your feelings. And when you speak in words, listen, I speak with passion. I speak with passion. Let me tell you, I speak with passion. So when I speak, I automatically connect. Hey, we'll need TikTok love to everyone. Hey, thanks. But when I speak, I connect instantly because my words carry energy. It's actually, see, my words is intentionally have this energy. You don't even know, you're not even intentional with your words because you don't even want to attract, but your feelings. See, when you speak about a traumatic event, man, when I was 6 years old, I was molested. Bam! That word, you hear that word and it creates a memory, and the memory brings back a feeling, and the feeling brings back a frequency inside of you, and then it makes you cry. Because now you just connected to that same thing. When it makes you cry because you're sad, you connect now to the universe. So now, if you don't change that sadness from your creation, if you don't change that sadness, the universe is saying, well, you carrying sadness, I gotta match your frequency. The universe matches your frequency. Do you know that? The universe matches your frequency. The universe literally matches your frequency. So when you're feeling those frequency, when you're talking about I'm hurt, I'm sad, I'm depressed, it matches your frequency. If you understand that it matches your frequency, why carry those feelings? It's pointless. We always downplay our feelings with yeah, I'm telling you. The universe matches you. The universe ain't here to please you. What did I say? The universe, he thought therapy was good. Listen, the universe ain't here to please you. The universe is here to match your frequency. Because if you're carrying all the crap up, like I said before, if you're carrying the groceries up to the cashier ain't wondering, do you really like them? Do you really like the taste of this apple? Do you really like how it tastes? Like, you sure you want to buy them? The cashier is like, well, since you bring it up, that means you want them. Here you go. $68.40. You pay. You don't ask no question. As long as you match the frequency, because the amount of money is the amount of money has to match the amount of groceries you are. This matching frequency. Do we get that? This is why it's so important to speak life into your. Oh man, I'm telling you. The money matches the frequency. I mean, the food. When you're carrying all them damn stuff in your spirit, anger and frustration and bitterness, and you angry and you just unforgiving, you just hate, the universe is, well, if you're carrying this, you must want it. So let me match your frequency. Here you go. Let me give you more reasons to stay like this. This is what it means. This is what it does. It ain't here to please you. It matches your frequency. That's what it does. But we still feel justified to be carrying this low frequency stuff around everywhere we go. We dragging these crap. How do I get rid of it? Man, listen. Some things you got to figure out. Some things you got to get to the root of it. Some things you got to figure it out on your own. The journey is beautiful if you start it. Everybody says, I want to be healed. But when time comes to be healed, you want to hold on to the person that broke you. When time to be healed, you're looking back like Saul's wife. No, it was Lot's wife, I mean. You're looking back like Lot's wife. You're always going to fall. And when time to heal, you want to go back. See, when time to heal, I miss him. See, when it's time to heal, listen, there's no magic portion. You have to do the work. But you cannot heal in the place that broke you. Stop trying to heal in places that broke you. Makes no damn sense. It makes no sense at all, actually. I mean, if you think about it, he just made me lose my train of thought. He said the man is so fine. Thank you. But I promise you, when you change your energy and you know how to control your energy and know how to shift it around and shift it, you attract exactly what you want to attract. If you want to attract someone one day, you attract it. Yeah, I mean, like, for real. Like, when you know how to shift your energy, because you can't be the same. See, the problem is we want to be the same everywhere we go. We want to be the same. Let me say this. Who said this? When you in Rome, do as the Romans do. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? When in Rome, do like the Romans do. Do you know what that means? That's not you're not Let me break down one last thing to you, and then I think I'll be done, okay? Let me break down one thing to you, and I think I'll be done. I think I'm talking too much already. I think I've passed my time. This is where the ego comes in, okay? This is where the ego, I said don't go. This is where the ego comes in. The ego is the thing that's protecting those identities. T-Love was good. The ego is protecting your identity. Let's give this man some TikTok love. Love, and it's not an eye for an eye. You know what? You want to give me some love, man. You want to give me some love. Do like what the person said. Give me some love. Send me some likes or something. Because here I am. I'm pouring out my soul for you all. For free. These are things that I have gotten over the past 7 years that I have been studying and been going through and been trying and practicing and tweaking and practicing and going through on purpose. And you haven't given me no love. Man, give me some love. Give me some likes. Give me some likes. Give me some love, man. Give me some love. And I ain't picking up my ego because really and truly, that's not how I think. I appreciate the love. Yeah, give me some love. Give me some hearts. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. All right, so let me continue. Here's the thing. I appreciate it. Now, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. So, God said, so it's on fire. Well, not God said. The Bible said, hold on. I just lost my train of thought. The reason why I keep losing my train of thought is because you all know I speak from a place that I don't know. I travel, right? I don't know if you all understand what I just said. I travel. So I go back and forth very quickly. I'm enlightened, I'm awakened, so I travel. Nothing comes to me. I don't keep things in my mind, so that's why I don't think. I don't keep nothing there. I don't have useless information or knowledge there. Things come to me and it leaves. I don't keep things. I don't process things. I don't think on it. When it comes, it comes. I say it how I say it. And when it leaves, it leaves. So I don't keep things there. So I travel very quickly, okay? Due to how we believe, I got you now. Due to what we experience, due to what we believe, due to our thoughts, due to our perception, due to our experiences, due to our parents and society, we have created an identity of who you think you are, okay? You have created an identity of who you think you are. So now your ego is protecting this identity because that's what it does. That's the job, right? True blessing to those who need you. Thank you so much, vegan girl. Thank you so much. So now we create this. You know, people say, you know, I am this way. I am actually, in all reality, if you keep thinking that you are that way, you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss who you really are, because what you create Hey, what's up, Love 2020? How you doing? What you create cannot stand. What you create cannot stand. The Bible speaks on this. If you build your house, see, you don't have enough yet to build and create your house, your identity. Because what you're building in your pain, your perception. Your perception is probably garbage. Your perception is probably an understanding of what you experience and what your perception is not facts. Your perception is not truth. Your perception is an experience. You are not what you experience. Your experience is something that you have acquired. You cannot become what you acquired. I acquired this phone. This phone is mine, but this phone cannot be me. However, we have built our identity based on what we have acquired, what experiences that we have acquired. So we think, I am this, this is who I am. This is not who you are. That's what you have built. What you have built won't stand. Only what God has built will stand. And what God has built is a soul when you was born. That's the true you. That's why the Bible says, go back. Listen, man. Come on now. Come on. Somebody give me, hey, listen, hey. Woo. Listen, it's coming to, you know what? My phone about to die. Ah, man, I can't. Listen, that's why I don't like to say things without. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Man. I can't even, my mind is not even in a place to find it. My point is this right here. Even Christ said you have to be back as a child. You have to be born again. And you have to go back as a child. And the person asks, how can we go back into the womb? Can we go back into the womb? No, you got to be back as a child. You got to listen, you got to undo all those negative things that you learned. You got to undo all those belief systems, all those values, all those crap. And you got to go back as a child. Because as a child is when you are purely you. You are the most purest at that stage. Listen, have you ever seen your child born? You're a woman. I know you all have children, right? If you have children, go ahead, raise your hand. If you have children, go ahead and raise your hand. Let me connect something real quick. Let me connect this and I'm done. If you have children, put your hands up. I got 3. If you got children, put your hands. Yes, I know you are. I know a lot of you are women and they have children. Do you remember? 2 kids. Okay, I see you. 4. I see you all. No, let me ask you all this right here, right? Let me ask you all. You got 6. Whoa, I'm telling you. You remember seeing, well, of course you remember. I'm sure that's something that you can't forget. 4 girls, man. You remember when your children were born? Flo, you're still here. Do you remember when your children were born? You gonna tell me that they wasn't perfect? You don't think that they was perfect? Whose children wasn't perfect when they were born? Whose children wasn't perfect when they were born? You remember how perfect and pure and peaceful they were? They only cried when they were hungry or poop. You remember? You remember, right? Do you understand? Do you understand that at that point they didn't have their own thoughts and feelings, they didn't have their own experiences, they didn't have their own crap that they experienced yet, so they were pure? This is why Christ connects you to say you have to be like a child. And just like how you see how your child was perfect, because you can't born perfect and be imperfect. You were always perfect, but you got to go back to the child mentality. You got to go back to the innocence. You got to go back and stop using your perception of when you was hurt. You got to go back and stop using your pain perceptions, your pain stuff, your anger stuff. You got to go back and forget all the crap that messed with you. Forget all the experiences that actually made you hate yourself. You got to stop it. Go back as a child. That's what it says. Go back as a child and then you become pure. Listen, how? We don't want to do that. We want to hold on to this identity that we created. What you created cannot stand. Is what God created is what was pure. Think about it. Because when God created you, you were pure. Adam and Eve, pure in the Garden of Eden. That's what Garden of Eden is, the state of a child when he or she is born. Come on. Let's go deep. 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 Let's go. I love going deep. You bring me deep conversation, I could talk to you all day. You bring me all you married stuff. Do you like girls? What kind of girls you like? I'm not interested. I don't want to talk. That stuff's some boring stuff. I don't want to. You know how much time we did this? You know how much time we dated and married? I mean, we've been dating and sexing and all this stuff all our life, but that's what we're still seeking. We don't want to seek what we don't know. We don't want to go towards what we don't know. We don't want to go towards the unknown. We want to go to the feeling again. We want to experience it again. We want to experience boyfriend, girlfriend stuff. We already experienced it. It's time to experience something different, something new. It's time to do something that you haven't done. Go deep. If you go deep within yourself, you're going to find some things that you will be shocked. But we can't go deep because we're seeking the stuff that makes no difference in your salvation, as we call it. We makes no sense in the spiritual realm. We don't want to do, we are afraid to go in the unknown places because we want to feel familiar. We want to be in the familiar zone. We can't go back as a child because you know why? A child realizes that he knows nothing. And when you know nothing, you're not attached to anything. Right now, you are attached to your feelings. You are attached to your belief of men. You are attached to your thoughts of men. You are attached to all this crap. That's why it's not coming to you. Because you are attached to certain ideas. You got to go back and detach from all those crap and then be born again. Be new. Come on, man. I'm done talking. We're afraid of the unknown. I mean, come on now. Nobody want to live in the unknown. Everybody just want to be comfortable. No one, you can't find this in comfort. It's very, you know how uncomfortable I was for the past 6 years. You know how uncomfortable I stayed. I don't know what. I'm going through hell trying to figure out who I really am. I had to get rid of my pain and get rid of all my stupid ideas about what women is, what women was, what I think women are, men is, what I think I should be, what I think I want, what I think I need. I have to get past all the crap. Because all the crap would create a specific identity. Then you don't want to lose, well, this is who I am. You take it or leave it. Take it or leave what? You could be anything you want to be. Why choose one? Why? Well, there's too much games because now you tell me I have to play those games. Listen, everything is a game. I make a video about women and men. Oh, this is a game. Everything that you do is a game. Becoming spiritual is a game. It's all a game. Becoming a parent is a game. Having them jokers leave your house is a game. Raising them is a game. If you do the wrong thing, the game turns different. If you do the right thing, it changes. It's all a game. If you eat the wrong things, your body changes. If you eat the right things, your body changes. It's all a game. It's technique. It's knowledge. It's wisdom. You got to tweak certain things within you to get what you want outside of you. If you know how to tweak inside of you, what's outside of you cannot be what you really want. Nobody wants to be able to tweak the inside. The inside is the hardest to tweak because you're so attached. You are so attached. You are so attached. You are so attached to garbage. And what you attach to, you think if somebody speaks to you, you got to fire back. If somebody disrespects you, you got to disrespect them back. You just reacting to life. You cannot react to life and you be successful at life. Because life don't need a reaction. You got to change the outside from your inside. It's your inside world that affects your outside. That's how it should be. If your outside world affecting your inside, something is wrong. Something is off. If your outside world, if your outside state, if your poverty and if everything that you see is affecting your inside, something is off. Because you are far more. You are far more than what you can. You are far more. Oh, Lord.